guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So we got a nice little get ready with me today. She's cute. I'm about to go to work and I'm going to talk about my experience with creators and friends. So let's go ahead and jump on into the video. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So if you've never been here before, welcome. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup. So that's how you get Dr. Ash and her makeup, but please just call me Ash or Ashley. And eyeshadow is my jam. So today we're going to do a get ready with me. I got a couple new products. I'll talk about them along the way, but we're going to talk about my experience of going to the Creators and Friends holiday party in Las Vegas on December 2nd. And baby, it was a whirlwind. I had a lot going on. All the stars were aligned and God said, yes, you can go to the party because everything is working out. So I'll explain in a moment. I'm going to shut up because we're getting ready and it's a lot of talking on the other side of this clip. So I'll see y'all in a moment. All right, guys. So let's go ahead with this get ready with me. I'm on the way to work. So I have some time, but I don't have some time. So I'm going to go ahead and do my face. I did my eyebrows. I did them off camera because ain't nobody got time for that, for you to watch them, me fill them in. And I'm going to go in with my Matte Contemplative State. This is the eye primer that I typically use. It is my skin complexion and it holds shadows pretty well. I still do miss my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. She was bae. I don't understand why they don't make it anymore, but I also haven't checked on the website, but I know I kept checking and I just couldn't find it anymore. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I also have a Glam Light primer, like what is it, the cake icing that I need to try that comes in my complexion. And I've heard that one is really nice as well. So at least there's some other options out there by different brands that are affordable that do, you know, cater to women of color or men of color or anybody of color who wants to participate in makeup. So like I said, I'm just going to dab this in. I'm just going to talk about my experience with Creators and Friends. It was really nice to go. It was really nice to be invited. And I had a great time. So basically how it all started back in at the end of June, July. You know, my good friend Yadi Beauty, she was like, oh my gosh, I got invited to this Creator and Friends holiday party. And I said, thank you. And I definitely mentioned that, you know, they should invite Beauty and the Friends and Dr. Ash and her makeup. And I was like, wow, thank you. So next thing you know, I got an email saying I was invited. And I was so excited. And I was actually sitting here filming. And I was like, okay. And I was like, this is a great opportunity to go, being invited as a small creator, because, you know, I'm not even to 6,000, you know, subscribers yet. And then right after that, I realized that it's December 2nd. It was like, ew, that could be an issue. And then, so I said, okay, it's December 2nd. So the thing about December 2nd is I'm in the organization called the Links Incorporated, and my particular chapter was having their fundraiser. It's always the first Saturday in December, and I'm the fundraiser chair, meaning I'm in charge of it all. I've been planning it. It's a 600-person fundraiser. So what I'm going to be using here, right? Oh, it's cute how it looks like this. I guess I haven't really been paying attention. What I'm going to use is this Haus Labs by Lady Gaga Eye Library eyeshadow palette. And this is the Supernaturals. And Natalia Lareva, she gave this to each of us when we went to dinner to, you know, commemorate our trip. And it was really nice gesture and gift. And this is cute. Okay, Haus Labs, you know. So I said, oh, the party's December 2nd. It's in Vegas, the same day as my fundraiser. What am I going to do? So I look at it. I'm like, okay, the party's at 7 o'clock. I said, well, you know, Vegas is like 2 hours behind. So like I said, I'm planning a 600-person fundraiser. We had Dougie Fresh as our entertainment. And then we also had a DJ, very popular DJ here in Chicago named Vince Adams. He does a lot of house music. And it's like, okay, I can make this work. So I look on Southwest, and they literally have a flight that leaves at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it gets to Vegas at 7 o'clock. The party starts at 7 o'clock. I'm going to dip in here first and just kind of build it up. And it's like, okay, I think I can make this work. And I'm telling Yadi and Kara, like, okay, you know, the flight leaves at 7. My fundraiser is over. The beauty about our fundraiser is it's kind of more of a day party style. And it will be over about 2, 3 o'clock. So really officially over around 2:30ish. And, you know, because it starts at like, champagne reception starts at 10:30 in the morning. Lunch is served by 11. Entertainment goes on about 12 o'clock. So I get to the airport with enough time. And I hop on this plane and it lands at 7. Now, mind you, I'm super dressed for this fundraiser. I got a huge poofy dress, you know, heels. I've been in this since 9 a.m. in and out in between my gym shoes, which were my Nike Dunks. And like, this is going to be the definition of making it work. So I'm just going to backtrack for a second. I found out that about the fundraiser, and then literally 2 minutes later, my grandmother passes. And I have talked about this on my channel. She passed of breast cancer and a couple other issues, but the cancer probably definitely sped up some things. And she had been a breast cancer survivor from when I was a little girl. Over 30 years ago, the cancer came back in the opposite breast, the breast that she did not have removed because she had a full mastectomy on the left side, and it came back in the right side. And she was 93, so doing something about it, I'm sure it was just too much. And at that point in time, when we found out about it, and she never really admitted to us, we knew that it wasn't going to be anything they could do. It was just been kind of cruel and inhumane to treat that cancer. And she was getting so thin because of it. So she passed, and obviously that was very upsetting. But like I talked about it previously in the video where I said I'm back, you know, why I took a break from YouTube this summer, I spoke about how she had been transitioning. And she was kind of given between 2 and 6 months to live, and she lived for 2 months. But she had a beautiful life. So, you know, I have the fundraiser. It's hectic. I've been planning this for weeks. Literally, I'm just like, okay, it's going to be make it work. And it was one of those things, and I was, Heather Austin and I were talking, like, clearly we're the Make It Work committee, you know, or the Make It Work duo. And it was one of those things like, yeah, I'm doing a lot, but I'm not forced. It doesn't feel forced, you know? Everything's just kind of working out. The fundraiser went off without a hitch. Oh my gosh, everybody had such a good time. It turned out so well. The production of the music, everything. Dougie was on point. He even said to us, he was like, I have never performed at noon before, but this was great. He said, performed at noon, y'all party like it was midnight, y'all was dressed like it was midnight, because we get dressed, you know? So, like I said, the fundraiser ended at 2:30. My flight left at 5. It was at Midway Airport. The fundraiser was in Tinley Park, Illinois. So it's a suburb of Chicago where I live. So I get to Midway. I probably have like an hour, maybe a little bit less, but I have TSA pre-check, all of that. When I get to the airport, I have about an hour, maybe a little bit less. I get food. I get on a plane. I go to sleep, you know, and I got my pre-outfit on. I had this little cute 2-piece black outfit on just to kind of travel in, because like I said, the previous dress that I was wearing to the party or to the fundraiser was very poofy. These eyeshadows are applying really nicely, by the way. So we're going to see if we can just kind of deepen up this brown, but they have a little bit of sheen, but they're very smooth. And let's just talk about it for a second. You know, Haus Labs, she really made a pivot, because when she came out with her brand, you know, Haus Labs is actually owned. I got a little bit of fallout, but it's not bad. That's why I always do my eyes first. When she came out with brand, I was like, this is pointless. Why? And remember, it was sold on Amazon. I was like, ma'am, there's so many makeup companies out there. Why? Don't need to be bothered with this, you know, but she has really come through. Like, I really enjoy her foundation. I have this eyeshadow palette I like. I just trying to see if we could just deepen this brown up just a tiny bit, but she has really made a pivot. And I think she realized that if she wanted to stay around, she was going to need to make a pivot. You know what I mean? Like, honey, it's too much makeup out here for you to have lackluster brand. I don't care who you are, you know? So, like I said, my plane lands in Vegas at 7. And I'm staying with my friend Beauty and the Frizz. We met before in... I think I need a makeup wipe. Hold, please. So I'm staying with my friend Beauty and the Frizz. And we were hoping that I Am Jamila was going to be able to make it. Yadi, unfortunately, was not able to make it for personal reasons. And Kara had gotten there on Friday. So I told her, you know, hey, I'm on the way. I'm on the plane. My plane lands at 7. The party starts at 7. I'm like, this is perfect. I get on the plane. I take a nap. And maybe about 30 minutes prior to us landing, I wake up and I literally I don't redo, but I retouched my makeup. I took a makeup wipe. I wiped off this foundation. The foundation was still pretty much intact, but I had been sweating from dancing at the fundraiser and all of that. So I said, let me just kind of start fresh. I still had some, my eyeshadow look was still pretty decent, but I did go over that and touch that up. All of the above. My lashes stayed put, thank God. So I literally touched up my makeup, got off the plane. I did not check luggage. And just in case I had to gate check my luggage, I had my outfit in my little Telfar carry-on tote bag, the shopper bag that they have. I have a large version of it. And I put it in there just in case I had to gate check the bag because too many people had roller bags, you know, and fit in the overhead compartment. And I get off the plane and the flight attendant's like, are you going to see Usher? I'm like, no, I saw him back in March, but I'm going to another party. And so I literally get to baggage claim, catch the little train over. I got some NYX glitter glue for the shimmers. I got a long day, so... you know, it's just 12:30. I don't even get off work until 10 o'clock at night. I start at 2 o'clock. So I have to leave here in about an hour. But, you know, I want to make sure that this lasts. And I go to the bathroom at baggage claim and I change my clothes. So I put on, now this was interesting, putting on some pantyhose and I put on my outfit and I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. And I'm going to take this gold right here. And I'm just, oh, this feels nice. Finger. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty. So I come out, then once I get out of the stall, I put on my jewelry and perfume, kind of condense my bags, get my bags back together. Oh, I had basically finished touching up my makeup, but the plane was about to land. So I did the important stuff, but I still needed to do a little bronzer and blush and a little highlight and touch up my lips. So I do that. And then I tell Kara, like, hey, I'm on the way. And she's like, okay, cool. She's like, Natalia is picking me up because we don't have to walk into the party by ourselves because, you know, a lot of the people, they know each other, but a lot of people don't. And, you know, as a small creator, you don't know what you're about to walk into. Like, I kind of pictured a club situation. I don't know what I pictured. I thought it was going to be dark. And it wasn't any of that, but... you just don't know. So I could totally understand why they wanted to go together and Natalia rented a car. So I said, you know what? Cool. That works out. At this point, I think it's about 7:10, 7:15, because we landed a few minutes early. So like I said, everything was working out. Like it was a lot going on, but nothing was forced because like I said, my flight was supposed to land at 7, but it landed a few minutes early. And then after that, I hop in a cab because I'm like, I'm not dealing with this Uber situation. Because you know what, I kind of forgot about the Uber situation, but I just knew a cab would be right there readily available for me when I was ready to go and I was on a time crunch, so I didn't have time to sit here and try to call an Uber and all of that stuff. But I didn't remember until Amira, the mob woman, her channel was talking about the whole Uber situation and underneath the garage. And I was like, what is she talking about? I was like, oh yeah, I remember when Karen and I flew into Vegas the last time, because I think prior to that, I hadn't been to Vegas in a moment. So they definitely have you picking up the Uber at the garage, which sort of makes sense, but it's so chaotic because you have so many people and you can't really see the spots and everything like that. In Chicago, it's just a lot easier at both of the airports. You just go to the outer ring at Midway on the bottom floor, and at O'Hare, you just go to the top floor, you know, and catch Uber. So I called a cab. I had already Googled the place. It was a co-working / event space / like you could work from home. Well, I think I said co-working, but yeah, so it was there at Bottega Exchange. So it wasn't very far. It was only maybe about 15 minutes from the airport. I get there. I tell Kara, hey, I'm on the way. And it might have been around 7:30, 7:40-ish when I get there. And she's like, okay, cool. I'm going to come out and get you. So she comes out and gets me. And the cab was saying there was something wrong with the meter. Now, even though it was a cab ride, it was like expensive. But I was just like, whatever at this point. And it wasn't even that far. I think because, you know, a lot of times they just put charges on it because you're going from the airport. It was like, whatever. So I paid a cab. He figures out what's going on with the meter. I mean, he could have been scamming me for all I know, but he did call the dispatch, and I could hear the dispatch on the line. You know, like, it's supposed to be X amount of dollars. It's just like, okay, well, whatever. So I get out the car, and Kara's standing there to greet me, and literally like Heather Austin and Angie, Angelica Nequist, and Kelly, K Bella Beauty, all of them are walking up, and they're like, oh my God, hey. And Heather's like, are you just getting here? Because I'm getting my luggage out the trunk. I'm like, yes, I literally just came from the airport. She was like, oh my God. I said, yeah, I had an event at home that I had to be present for. There was no way I could miss that, and I did not want to miss this. So everything just kind of worked out perfect timing. And so we walk into the event, and Samantha is there, and she's literally like, hey, you made it, because I have my luggage and everything. I had emailed her prior and said, hey, I have this event at home. I have to be present for the event. There's no negotiating about that. I said, I'll be coming directly from the airport. Will there be a place to store my luggage? And she was like, oh yeah, there'll definitely be a place. It won't be an issue or anything. So when I walked in, she was just like, oh my gosh, like, you made it. So it was just great. So everybody was really friendly. When I came in, I met Hot Mess Tom, and Amira was the mod woman, and we figured out that she's in Chicago. Also, I didn't know about her prior, and Kara had actually told me she had met Hot Mess Tom while at the Sephora in the mall. So this is cute. It's nice and sparkly. I just wish the brown was a little darker. And I think a lot of times that happens because of the sheen of the eyeshadow, but it does give some definition, so I'm not mad at it. It's gonna kind of clean that up before I do my base, but this is lovely. And the shimmers are shimming. And this matte is really nice. This one, of course, you couldn't really see it, but you know, it kind of gave a little later definition. But it went on really nice. And I love the packaging. The packaging is great. Now that I got all these fingerprints on it, but you know, packaging is great. And walk into the party. It's well lit. It's not dark. Everybody's welcoming. You have some ladies from Sigma Beauty that were there. You had a few selfie stations. Samantha and I took a selfie. We talked for a moment. Met Lauren May Beauty. And we were talking about fragrances. It was so funny because I was like, yeah, I kind of into fragrances just a little bit, y'all. And you guys really won't hear me talk about fragrances on here because we were talking about that. You know, Kara talks about fragrances. Lauren May Beauty talks about fragrances. I say, yeah, y'all don't want me to review no fragrances. I'll be on here talking about some, yeah, y'all, it smells good. Like, these are the notes because I'm reading it, you know. This is the NYX vinyl liner. I've talked about this on my channel many moons ago. I still use it. I still love it. I probably need to just go back and do a video of all my staple products in my collection because I talk so much about eyeshadow and different eyeshadow palettes on my channel. But I love this liner because it's just really bold and intense. It's easy for me to control. It's very affordable. And it lays well over very high pigmented or high shine eyeshadows. It doesn't do that whole mixing in type of vibe. So hopefully I can talk. I'm just going to do like a little thin line that kind of just helps define my lashes and my eye shape. No like full wing or anything like that. And sometimes I just do like a half line. So, see, it just kind of makes a difference, you know, down by the lash line. And we're talking, we're hanging out. They do, you know, a toast towards 9 o'clock. I met Annette's makeup corner. And we were just everybody was just talking and chatting. Everybody was really nice. Nobody was acting like really pretentious or stuck up or just hard to approach. I would say like for me, there were probably a few more people I should have approached, you know, and just struck up conversations with, but it worked out. And I'm just really glad I got a chance to go. And I'm really glad that, you know, Yadi just kind of took the initiative and said, hey, like, I know I was invited, but I really think you should invite these creators also, you know, because it's just, you know, it gives us a chance to shine, gets more exposure. You get to meet really great people. And these are like the people I watch. These are our peers. You know, I've been watching Samantha. I told her, I said, girl, you're like one of the reasons I started my channel. Her, the Fancy Phase, Kelsey, Brianna, Jay, these, and Angelica Niquas, these are like people that like really made me decide like I want to do YouTube, you know what I mean? And I've been watching Samantha since she lived in Iowa with the red wall, okay? She's like, whoa. I said, yes. I was like, I used to respond underneath my government name, Ashleigh McFarland. But yeah, I literally been watching her since then. And I've been watching her a little bit prior to her even starting the Will I Buy It series, which is like immensely popular. Everybody's taking off with it. And one of my favorite things to do when I was on disability, I got hurt really bad at work in 2018. I will wake up on Sundays and I will watch Angie's version also because Angie had more of the indie brands also. And she just had a different take on it, you know? And I will watch Samantha still too. And I would make my coffee and lay in the bed and watch Angie's video. And it was just really nice. And, you know, when we were talking about makeup. We were talking about other things as well. So it was just a really nice event. And I'm glad. So afterwards, after the event, you know, they gave us a really nice goodie bag. I'm going to show her and Simbri, who is also another person who put it on, the event on. They made a nice champagne toast. They said they were going to Gatsby's in the resort world. Now, mind you, I had been up, I was doing my makeup at 5 a.m. for this event, okay? Chicago time. So I've been up. This is the Haus Labs foundation in shade, I can't remember the shade number. It's so small, 400 medium deep, okay? And I had my makeup beat since early that day. I had been in heels since early that day. Oh, during the event, I also put my gym shoes back on because, you know, my bags was with me. I was like, I'm going to put these dunks back on. Sake of my feet, baby. We are not going to make it. And I can have a tude. Not a tude, but I'm just not, you know, I wouldn't say not as pleasant, but I can't deal if my feet are hurting, basically. I just can't. And it was just a really long day for me. And I have been dropping it like it's hot at the event and all of that stuff. So this, excuse me, it comes off kind of red, but it oxidizes down. It might be a tiny bit warm for me right now during this particular season, but we're going to go with it. But I really like this foundation. It's been really, really nice. And I do have the concealer. But they were like, okay, we're going to Gatsby's. I was like, cool. We had to drop my luggage. Natalia took us back to our hotel. We stayed at Treasure Island and on the Strip. Kara and I, we like the Strip. We like the Strip. The Strip is our thing, you know? So when we were there in March, we walked the Strip, went to all the hotels. We hadn't been to Vegas in so long. We hadn't been like in a couple years, even pre-pandemic. So just to see the changes and everything. So we get to the hotel, we sit down for a moment, we have our gift bags. Now, mind you, somebody forgot, I guess, I don't know what happened. There was an extra giveaway. And Samantha walks up to me, Kara and I rather, and she's like, have extra giveaway for Cleona. Would you like it? We're like, sure. And we're like, we'll share it. So we go back to the hotel, we look at it, and then we're also starving and we're so hungry. She had barely eaten. I had barely eaten. Like, I had some coffee and Starbucks at the event, because at the event, I didn't sit down and at the actual creators and friends event. It was more like charcuterie boards and things like that and some sweets. I just needed some substantial food, okay? So yeah, it's still going to look a little red for a moment. It calms down. You just got to go with it, okay? This is the concealer in 40 medium deep golden. And I look up because it's late. I mean, it's like 12:01. I think I'm going to add another concealer just for a tiny bit of bright to kind of balance it out. I like this concealer, but I think I'm just going to add on a dab of my Luminous Silk concealer because it's just a tiny bit lighter shade. So I look up, I'm like, okay, where can we get something to eat that's decent, you know, and we go to Grand Lux Cafe. So Grand Lux in the Venetian was open 24 hours. The guy was like, oh, it's about a 20-something minute wait. And I swear when he called our name, I don't even think he said the right name, but he was looking dead at us. And we were like, fine. So we had some burgers and that was really good. And then after that, we were done because it was probably like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Like I said, I had been up 5 a.m. Chicago time. It was just a long, long day. Not to mention I had no sleep the week of because I've been working on this event and I've been trying to work and I had a lupus flare up. It was just a mess. It was a lot going on. Pat McGrath under eye powder. So it was just too much. So we went to sleep. I'm like, now, when I was on the plane, I drank like a liter of water with a little bit of with some liquid IV in it, like a whole packet of liquid IV. If you don't know about liquid IV, it's like a powder formulation. It's like electrolytes, supercharged. It's like drinking Gatorade, but on steroids. And sometimes I put this powder like all over in these little spots. And I'm laying in the bed sleeping, like both of my legs. I start getting Charlie horses in both of my legs. I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to stretch it out. I couldn't. I was like, oh, help me. So literally I I like hobble over to the refrigerator in our room and get some water out, put some more liquid IV. Kara had bought some cups because I think I had a big thing. Anyway, it was craziness. Now, I know Haus Labs has bronzers, but I don't have her bronzer. So I'm going to take my... All right, so I lost a clip of my video. So I was taking my Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade 10. It's a duo. And I was going into the part basically where I was saying we had a family friend. Her name is Caitlin. She lives in Vegas with her mom. I used to be her babysitter forever since she was like 14 months years old, and she was going to meet us at the movie theater, and we also go to dinner at the Vanderpump restaurant in the Paris Hotel, and we run into Samantha and the whole friend group, and yeah, basically that's it. We're going to go ahead and resume. I definitely did not realize my camera was not recording anymore. I was just so wrapped up into my story. Okay, hopefully my camera didn't cut me off too bad, but I used to babysit her since she was like 14 months, and now she's 20 whatever. but she lives in Vegas with her mom, so she came with us to the movie, and we went to go see the Beyonce movie. So we go to Gordon Ramsay's Fish and Chips. It was really good. I'm going to take my It's Belle palette because Lady Gaga has... blushes also, but I was gonna buy a blush last year, and I was like, girl, just stop, just stop. It's like, it's too much. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and this, and we eat that. So literally, it was so good. It was fish and chips, and so we had shrimp and lobster. And then you could get your fries your own way too. So they were basically like truffle fries, and they had the sauces, and it was really good. And then we walk around, we go to Sephora, and she gets me to buy the the So Yummy foundation by Danessa Myricks, and a Gucci lipstick, and I got the lychee, sparkling lychee perfume by Klarity Beauty. I had a gift card from last Christmas from Sephora that I could have been saving, but I don't think I really like the sparkling lychee perfume. I thought I did when I smelled it because Kara had already purchased it. Now this is Haus Labs. Look at this. Now Haus Labs, I would say she's been very inclusive also because she has some beautiful highlighters, like the foundations come in all types of shades and undertones. She has really nice blushes. The bronzers, the shade range looks good. I don't know if people really like the performance of the bronzers. But, and then some of the highlighters, like this is beautiful, like on my skin complexion and deeper. She even has a chocolate one. Like, come on, Lady Gaga, come on. So this one could be a little bit more glittery, but it's gorgeous, honey. So, you know, we go to Sephora after we eat our food, and we're like, oh, what are we gonna do? And we're like, oh, we can go back to the room and kind of chill out, because we had maybe like 2.5, 3 hours before we had to be back out to go to dinner with Natalia and Kelly. So we then I said, oh, I wonder what, let's go to Bellagio, and Kara loves the Bellagio also. And we go in, and then immediately we see red because we forget it's Christmas time. So we walk in and we see the red, and we're like, oh, it's gonna be Christmas decorations. We go in, they had the nutcracker, and things were made like out of total flowers, and the grass was all poinsettias, and it was just so flagrant, and it smelled so good. And I got Pat McGrath liner right here. This is just the Permagel liner. And everything smells so wonderful. So we're really excited about that. So we were really glad we went to that exhibit. And then We go back to the room, kind of freshen up, go to dinner. We were going to wear silver to the Beyonce movie, and we just did it. We did not feel like changing. And it was so funny. We both had on similar outfits, because when we got dressed for the day, she was like, well, what are you going to wear? And I said, oh, I got some black jeans and a Pat McGrath t-shirt. She was like, I got my Pat McGrath t-shirt. So we both basically had on the same outfit, and we go over to the Paris Hotel, and we meet Natalia and Kelly. And we sit down, and she brought us these nice little gifts, and it was just really nice. And we had a beautiful salad with, like, it was, what was it? It was a Parmesan crisp bowl, and we both had this, all of us had espresso martinis. I had never had one before, so it was a perfect time to try one. And like the Samantha March and everybody, and Simbri and Heather and K Bella Beauty and a couple other folks, Heather Austin, they were all having dinner there too. So we got a chance, and we went over there, we spoke, you know, talked, took a couple of photos, and then Kelly got to meet them also, because she wasn't able to come to the party because she wasn't able to switch her flights and everything. So, and then Kara and I literally had to jet up out of there so we could go over to the movie theater. And we went to the movie theater at the Palms Hotel, because that was the one that was close to the Strip. And it was a nice movie theater. So we get there. Caitlin's at the movie theater waiting for us. And we go in. The movie theater is, like, it's people in there. It's probably like 15 of us at the most. And we're spread out. Let me tell you, that was the most fun I've ever had a movie theater in my life. When I tell you, we were up dancing. Kara and I, when I say we were up walking across with the aisle of the movie, everybody was dancing. It was only, like, Caitlin didn't really dance, but she was singing in her chair, and it was two women, they were like singing and dancing in the chair, and then the girls in front of us, they were up dancing too. Like, so of course when the was like yeah, so we had a time. That was just like the most fun I've had in a movie theater. And honestly, I just also saw The Color Purple, the remake movie. Somebody I know at the harbor, because, you know, I told you guys about my side hustle that my cousins and I have. We have a boat at the harbor, and we rent it out or charter it out. And somebody we know were having a fundraiser where they had a private screening of The Color Purple. And, you know, it doesn't come out to Christmas. And that was a really good one. Also, it was a very good adaptation of the movie and the Broadway play put together. So, definitely enjoyed it. And that was really nice too. But I had my time at the Beyonce movie. Had a time, okay? Had a time. So, ooh, this is pretty much finished. I probably should have waited to spray my face. Probably to put it in my mascara. It'll be fine. A lot of times I wait, but since I've give my mascara like a hot little second to dry. I love my All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray. Love it. Okay. She could keep a face together, okay? Even when I sweat. I have dry skin, but I can sweat when I'm start moving and if I'm dancing and everything, but makeup still looks good after I towel off all my sweating. All right. So she did have these lips that I were about to buy. It's like some little lip crayon. I don't even know the name of it. I'll try to pop it up on the screen. And I was about to buy it, but then I ran into the Givenchy and then the Gucci lipstick that I purchased. Let's see. I got Louise Orange, and then I got this black pink lip gloss by Givenchy. So the Louise Orange is by Gucci. Oh, here's the Gucci. Because you know they had that Yay 20 sale. Okay, and the Givenchy must be in my purse. So I have this. Look how cute. I don't know if, do I want to wear this today? I like this, but I feel like I want something a little bit more pigmented. This is pigmented, but I think I just want something with a little bit more to it. With something in the same color family. Maybe I'll do this one. This is a Sephora Lip Story in color 76. So I think I'm gonna rock with this. And so yeah, had to be up early. Like my flight left Vegas at like 5 a.m. Like 5:05. No exaggeration. My flight left at 5:05, okay? And I got back home, which was nice because I was off on Monday. And I was able to sleep and rest when I got home. And Kara was able to regroup. So, yeah, we just had a great time. And it's the finished look. Yes. Look. COVID is on the rise, but I really have been in like an immune system we trust, and God's we trust, and in Pfizer commodity vaccine we trust, okay? Because I am tired of wearing a mask. I want to wear my lipstick to work, okay? And I have not been wearing my lipstick to work because, except for the last couple months, because I've been wearing a mask. And I've talked about that before. I'm tired. Okay? Tired. But we had a fabulous time and it was so great. And Samantha and Simbri, please keep me in mind for future events. It was so great. And I don't know. I felt I felt good and I felt blessed and I felt like this is great to be here. But I definitely want to connect with people more. I felt like I could have connected just a little bit more, and it was probably just because I was probably a little overwhelmed with everything that happened here today. But I did make great connections, but I just think that I could have networked just a tiny bit more, and that's just to keep it honest, you know? So let me go ahead and pull out this Alley Lines makeup bag that they gave us, y'all. It was insane, but it was good. Hold on. All right, y'all. So this big boy right here was our goodie bag, and this is by Alley Lines. And you see it had that little tag that said creators and friends. So I got all types of treats between like Natalia coming through with this. Thank you, hon, because this is beautiful. This look is everything. I like it. I like it a lot. So they had told us to leave room in our luggage if you were coming from out of town. And remember, I only had a roller bag because I didn't have enough time to check luggage. Now it was full, but it wasn't like super full. And then here goes Denise. Like, she's like, I'm gonna send your mother's Christmas present back home with you. So it's just like, girl, like I already know I'm getting a goodie bag. I got a roller bag. I don't have any check luggage. She was like, I'm gonna put it in a TJ Maxx shopper for you. I'm gonna get you a fresh 99-cent TJ Maxx shopper. So she did. So this case is beautiful. So I chose the purple. They had blue and then they had pink. So I chose the lilac, and it has a zipper. And so once you unzip it, it has all these little compartments in it. So you have that flap right here. I think this is really great. I do think, however, this is very large for travel. It's a little larger than I would like to travel because I do have another case that I use, and I feel like that one is large too. And it depends on where I'm going, but there's some very great functional cases. So what I did, because I had my roller bag and I knew this was going to fit, but I had my Telfar bag, and I have various sizes, but the one I took with me was the large. So the large is in charge, baby. It's huge, ginormous. So what I actually did, I put my makeup in here along with the giveaway stuff and a couple products I bought from Sephora in my Telfar bag, so which freed up space. And then I have my shopper, and I just checked my roller bag because I had more time going back, and I was on Southwest, so I didn't have to pay. But inside you have this little cute Ravi Beauty denim, light denim bag, and there are some lipsticks in here, so I definitely need to try them out. Here are the boxes, but I opened up the shades. So there are 3 shades in here. So We have that nice little plum shade. I think that shade would be okay. I'm definitely gonna have to wear a lip liner with it. So these are, see, that's a really pretty summery shade. That is called Tulip. And I like the shape of these. And then we got this nice mauve shade. This kind of reminds me of my shade Dollhouse. It's called Dahlia, that I like so much by Blend Bunny. Yep. So we have those in there. And then I've been kind of leaving this intact until I got a chance to film with it. And then you also had like these cases, and these cases were clutch because I threw my makeup in here, and I'm actually traveling tomorrow. I'm going to Florida for a couple of days. So I'm going to throw some stuff in here, and it really works. And so you had 2 of these. And then you also have this pouch that's a little bit deeper in depth. And then this flat pouch. And I was able to get my eyeshadow palettes on top. So in here, so I do have a sample from Sephora for the Sol de Janeiro. Which one is this? Charosta 62. And let's see, they gave us the Ofra. So this is the best lashes left yet. Mascara. And we have a Sigma brush. I really like Sigma brushes. Like, if you're looking to just get brushes immediately, I would get Sigma. They have some really great brushes also. I really enjoy their face brushes because I like synthetic brushes better for actually my face versus natural hair. But I love natural hair brushes for my eyes. But they have really nice brushes. So this is a really nice brush. Kind of reminds, so this is the F47 Multitasker. So I like how this is shaped. This is kind of shaped kind of similar to the BK Beauty. I love this brush. I got 2 of these bad boys. Well, actually 3 because I got a little travel size one. Yeah. So, great. And then, and I have 2-year warranty. Like, I had an aunt. She had the cheapest makeup brushes and she was getting into brushes. And then she talking about she had them on auto pay. So, auto ship for when they broke. And I was just like, I can't believe you're doing this. You're the most very financially acute person I know that's like, I'm not wasting my money. And she retired super early. And I was like, but you're buying these cheap. I was like, girl, buy these brushes by Sigma. And you won't have, she was like, these are great. I'm like, I know. So, okay, you also have the Sigma Hydro Lip Mask. I wonder, because I have been loving my Fenty lip mask. Talking about top tier, baby. Favorites of the year. I know it just came out, but love it. And then in here, you also see all the nail polishes. So these are the nail polishes that Kara and I picked out from the Advent calendar. She got half and I got half. So we both got 6. So really pretty. These are by Cleona. So you already know I'm gonna take these to the nail shop with me, baby. Paint my nails with these, please. Yes. And let's see, in here we also have some more goodies. Now these are more standard goodies that actually came in the bag. Well, actually everything else was except for this I put in there. And listen, we got some more Cleona. So this one, everybody did get another nail polish on top of that, and a matching eyeshadow. So this is the shade Light Fast. This is gorgeous too. Okay. So you got Light Fast, and then you also have the matching shadow that goes with it. Let's see. I wrapped mine back up because, you know, I didn't need any mishaps during the travel situation. Let's see. So there it is. It's a white base. And it's beautiful. So it kind of gives Red Giant vibes by Tara Moons, but not quite. She's pretty. Very, very pretty. So I don't have that shade by Cleona. I just kind of dug something. I was trying to put it in the package. I'm just going to pat that down there. A mess. This is why I can't be trusted, you know? Okay. All right, got it back in there safely. And then we also got some some Signy Grace singles. Crescent Moon, which is a matte shade. Ooh, beautiful grayish tone matte. And then we also have New Moon. Kind of the taupey vibe as well. So those are the shades. And then when you swatch them, that's what we're looking like. So we have Grease Deuce by Sarian. And these are the new shadows that they came out with. The Souffle shadow. Open it up. And of course it has like the little stopper. I'm just gonna, so there you go. It's very souffle. It's very like Jello pudding thing. I have a Marc Jacobs shade that's kind of like this from when he did those pot shadows back in 2018. So that's pretty as well. So there you go. So the souffle one is right there. It's very bronzy. So those are the items that we got in the goodie bag. So overall, like I said, the experience was just fabulous. It was top tier. As they would say, I got to hang out with my girl, Beauty and the Frizz. We always have a time. We were just chatting. We were like, oh my God, we didn't listen to our songs. We turned on the radio while we were in the room, like to play our music. But we love some Alexander O'Neal Sleigh Ride. And we're like, how we didn't listen to it. And then, so we didn't listen to our other jam, which is Bobby Brown, Off on Our Own from the Ghostbusters soundtrack. I was like, what were we doing? But we had a time, as they would say. So let me know what you think of this Get Ready With Me. It's cute. I like this eyeshadow palette. Thank you, Natalia. It was really a nice, beautiful gesture. You didn't have to do that at all. So I love how the face came out. I'm about to skedaddle and go to work. I don't get off till 10 o'clock. I start at 2. I guess I'll go, child. Last night was enough. Like, nobody was mean. It was just enough. Like, I work at a very busy store. We entered like almost 1,200 prescriptions yesterday, and I had a call off. And it was a call off that was like down the middle. So we were just short, honey. Just short and working it out. But homegirl is tired, okay? So leave a comment down below in the comments. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be soon. Because you know we got to do some end of the year wrap-ups and all that good stuff and decluttering and all the end of the year videos that we got going on. And subscribe to my channel because you know I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And with all of that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Chair dance. Hey, chair dance. All right, y'all. Bye.